This lineup, I wasn't really surprised with what Vlatko put out. The first thing that I noticed was Carly and Jessica McDonald up top. Again, Pino and Tobin weren't 100%, so they didn't start and play the whole game. But of course, thank God, Kristen Press started. And then the three in the midfield, Rose Lavelle didn't start, which I wasn't surprised because she played a full 90 the game before. So I'm sure he just wanted to rest her. He started Lindsay Horan and Julie Ertz and Sam Mewis. And then the back four, again, I wasn't surprised. Crystal Dunn and Abby Dahlkemper normally start. He rested Becky, and Kelly obviously is coming back from her injury. So Allie Krieger and Emily Sonnett both started. And I thought we were going to see Adriana French as the goalkeeper, but maybe she has an injury or something because he played Alyssa instead. So again, I wasn't surprised with this lineup, and I was actually really happy with what he put out. So Allie Krieger wins the ball in the air. Carly then flicks it on to Kristen Press, who takes a big touch, sizes up her defender, decides, what the heck, I'm going for it, cuts it back, places it perfectly in the upper 90. That was a phenomenal shot. I was literally rolling on the ground. Again, Allie Krieger plays it to Carly Lloyd, who plays a through ball to Lindsay Horan, who slots in the corner. Allie Krieger again plays a through ball over the top to Kristen Press, takes a big touch, sizes her defender up 1v1, takes her on, and just freaking rockets that into the corner. I was literally, again, dying on the ground. Kristen Press plays a perfect cross into Sam Mewis, who just taps it in. Perfect. Emily Sonnett goes 1v1 with her defender, tries to make a through pass to Sam Mewis. It doesn't quite get there, but Sam ends up finding a way to get to the ball, plays it across the box to Jessica McDonald, who taps it in. And finally, Kelly plays a ball into the box. Sam, being 6 feet tall, heads that in. I don't think that was a goal, but oh well. Kristen Press, she did phenomenal. She had 2 goals and she had 1 assist for Sam Mewis. I think the difference between Kristen and those other forwards is that she's literally like a playmaker, but she playmakes for herself. She set up both of her goals. So I think those 2 goals that she scored, world class. I mean, Vlatko's reaction, same. Same. She had 3 free kicks in like the first half, I think, all of which I think she had good service. One of them, Julie actually got on the end of it. 36 passes, which she had an 80% completion rate, which is good. And she had 5 key passes, which was the most on the team. So 3 chef's kisses. What can I say? Lindsay Horan, she was astonishing. She was shattering. She was shocking. She was sensational. She had 1 goal. Her strength is what makes her so hard to like defend, because she's just like, nah, I can bench press your entire body and I can also punch you in the face. Her passes, I think that's one of the reasons why I like Lindsay so much, is because she used to be a forward for PSG and for like the youth national team. She played as a forward. And I think when you play as a forward, you know what type of passes you want, because you make those runs, you check to the ball, you know where you want the ball to be. And so then when you go to play like a midfield position where you are now distributing the ball, you know what type of passes you need to make. She had 1 pass that she played into the box that went to Carly that was just so good. She had another pass that she played across the field, which was great. She has such good vision, not only with her passes, but with her crosses. They're just so good. I said this in the last game and the game before, she deserves to start. Just the fact. She scored the most goals out of anybody for the United States in this tournament. Allie Krieger. Okay, I didn't talk about her in my last video. This game I felt like I really had to talk about her because her passes were so good. Like, spectacular. She had 1 pass to Kristen Press, which was her assist, I believe. I feel like under Vlatko, he wants his center backs to be more like attacking minded. And in this game, I felt like Allie Krieger was the one who was the distributor, and Dahlkemper was the one who just stayed back. She had so many passes where she just literally went straight through the midfield. And that's the type of plays, again, that we need to beat like a packed up midfield. Because when you have, let's say they're playing like with a 5 back and they're playing like with a diamond in the middle, What? You're not, where are you gonna go? Like Sam Mewis, there's nothing she can do. There's nothing Lindsey Horan can do. So to have a player like Ali Krieger who can take the ball from center back and launch it all the way to Kristen Press on the wing and then have her dribble and shoot, that's phenomenal. Not only did she have a lot of great passes that just broke the lines, but she had a lot of just solid passes. That was the thing I noticed about her, is they were just solid. They were crisp, they were firm, they weren't bouncing, they went right to your feet, or they went into space, or they went where they needed to go. And I'm really glad that Vlatko sees her worth. She did very well this entire tournament. She deserves to start. Emily Sonnett. Okay, again, I didn't really talk about defenders in my last two videos because, again, when the score line's like 6-0, I feel like there's not a lot of room to talk about defenders. Emily Sonnett, in my opinion, really stood out in this game and this entire tournament in general because I thought she was just solid throughout this entire tournament. She had some moments where I was like, uh-oh. But I feel like every player has those moments. She was very involved in the final thirds, involved in Jessica McDonald's goal. She took on the defender, tried to play a ball to Sam Mewis, but it got deflected. Sam was able to then take a touch and play it across to Jessica McDonald, who scored, but she had a very good ball control. I mean, her skills and her touches, I noticed, was something that was like really nice. There was a few bouncing balls that she trapped like very nicely and played, you know, on the ground or in the air to someone. Like, I feel like other players might not be able to do that. She had this back heel, great, which Pino decided to shoot for some reason. She had this one slide tackle that I was just like, that was solid. So she did really well. Sam Mewis. I feel like Sam had an okay tournament. I don't really know what's going on with her. This game, despite the fact that she scored 2 goals and had an assist, I feel like the first 60 minutes, they weren't very good. She missed a lot of opportunities that I feel like she should have scored. There was one where the ball landed like right in front of her, and I guess she just wasn't expecting it, which is fine. And then there was another one where she decided to take a touch instead of just shooting it one time, and that totally killed the play. I definitely missed the World Cup Sam Mewis. I don't really know where she went, but I want her to come back. Sam Mewis's stats. She had 4 shots, 3 on target, so she had a 75% shooting accuracy. She had 2 interceptions and 9 duels, which is actually really good. She had 36 passes, 1 key pass, and a 69% completion rate. So she didn't do bad. Again, she did well. She had her 2 goals and an assist, but I felt like the first 60 minutes, she kind of didn't exist. So Jessica McDonald. She had 1 goal in the 77th minute. I feel like that's it. Jessica McDonald can only score tap-ins. I feel like Jessica McDonald and Lynn Williams can't score on their own, if that makes sense. They need somebody else to set them up so then they can score. She had 16 passes in 90 minutes, which is not good. And she had a 50% completion rate of those passes. So half of the passes she made, she didn't connect. I don't know, she was involved, but she lacked a lot of presence. There was one where Lindsey Horan crossed the ball across the 6-yard box. That's a tap-in right there, but she wasn't there. She wasn't on the back post. She needed to be on the end of it. I think she did well, but if she starts against Mexico, or if Lynn starts against Mexico, that's going to be the true testament. I've been saying that for a minute. So for my takeaways and my final thoughts, I'm going to go over each player who played and the players who subbed on and give like a brief description of how they played and what I thought. Alyssa Nair, I don't think she touched the ball once. I'm not kidding. There's literally nothing I can say for her. Emily Sonnett. Sonnett did well. She had some great first touches. She had great, passes in the final third, and she was very involved in the attack, which I think is what you want from your outside back. Abby Dahlkemper, she had a lot of solid passes. She had the most passes on the team. She held the back line very well. Again, wasn't tested, but overall I think she did well. Ali Krieger, great distribution. I thought she had the best vision on the field. Phenomenal passes, phenomenal vision, and was involved on like 3 out of the 6 goals. Crystal Dunn, I thought she was involved. I don't think that she stood out compared to the other players, but I thought that she did well. Julie Ertz. I almost made a whole player evaluation about Julie, but I felt like there wasn't enough content. For Julie, I think that she was very solid. She's rock solid. Count how many times I say solid. Held the midfield very well. Distributed the ball phenomenally. Lindsey Horan had a goal. Great vision. Phenomenal passes. Jessica McDonald did a whole lot of nothing. Needs to step up. Had a goal, but it was a tap-in that was completely set up for her. Carly Lloyd, she had 2 assists, and that was it. So if she doesn't step up her game in the next few games, an opportunity she has, I'm not sure how her 2020 season's gonna be. And Kristen Press, she had 2 goals, 1 assist, played phenomenally, and she earned player of the match. Kelly O'Hara subbed on for Crystal Dunn in the 55th minute. Other than the minor shankage, she did great, and she had 1 assist. Tobin Heath subbed on for Julie Ertz in the 64th minute, and I was seeing a lot of talk about people saying that Julie shouldn't have come off and Tobin should have come on for Jessica McDonald. But again, Vladko probably wanted to give Julie some rest. Jessica McDonald's probably not going to start against Mexico, so he just wanted to let her play. I thought Tobin kind of did alright. I don't really think she did much. And lastly, Megan Rapinoe. She came on for Carly Lloyd in the 64th minute, and she had 1 shot, which sailed over. And that's literally it. I don't think she did anything else. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you absolutely have completely opposite opinions of what I do? Let me know, and we can talk about it, because I'd be very interested to hear what you have to say. I'm looking forward to the game against Mexico. It's on Friday, February the 7th at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you don't know what your time zone is, figure that out. Watch the game. It's going to be on Fox Sports 1. Make sure to stick around because you know I'm going to make a video about it. Duh. So I'll see you guys later.